John here, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Interesting topic here about intellect. So I'll start up to think about that because I went to some schooling and we read a lot of books. A lot of books are assigned. Read a lot, write a lot, think a lot. You're encouraged to think. You're encouraged to churn those thoughts. CHURN. Churn them like butter. Just keep turning out papers, turning out thoughts. And what do you think? Process through all this information, all these authors, all this information about what other people have studied, the knowledge that they've built up, the methods and the systems and the vocabulary and the circuits and the streams and all this, how things are set up, whether it's the economy, machinery, industry, businesses, right? We're studying much study by many men in many departments all around the world. We're studying what for? And to prosper, right? For money, for control. We want to control our future, and yet we see that it's futile. It's futile because what's the result? What are we getting? Can anyone get good success? We have temporary success, right? We have celebrities that make it and then shoot themselves. Singers that make it and overdose, they die. And they make it and they die. Kings and queens and politicians, they rise to fame and then they fall. Right? How is it? How come all this study, all this apparent victory, but people just don't seem to be able to secure it? Right? Oh, you invented computers, good for you, and then you died. Why? But computers, man, you made the computer. But how come your life ends? You don't have control. Right? We studied this to make money, to start a business, to profit, but we lose. Right? So it's not real profit. So we don't get the intended purpose. We studied these books, took these classes, went to school to strengthen ourselves, but we see that was not real strength. It's not real. We don't actually have control. It's so limited. And so being that it's limited, we should, if we're wise, align our understanding of that accordingly. Okay, so I'm doing this for some limited control. But in the world, we not believing in God, we have the wrong understanding, wrong emphasis of it. We think that's what God calls an idol. You put all your heart into it. You invest wholeheartedly into your business, finance, technology, money, right? Education, information, especially from my angle, from my upbringing and the cultural side that I have a glimpse of, right? The Asian culture, a lot of Koreans especially, and that might come from the line from China. They have the history of, the literary society, scholars, and they have all this emphasis in writing and reading, and so being educated, as a lot of emphasis is placed on that. They think of it as a virtue, as a moral thing, as something very respectable, so that there's a big push from that side of the world, as I'm sure it might be the same to some degree in other parts of the world. But that's pushed very much from the Asian side, right? East Asian communities and cultures. They highly prioritize that. But it doesn't seem to achieve its intended purpose, right? We study, get all this information, get all this knowledge. And so let's, now that we're saved, right? Saved people, Christians, we have access to the truth. And it's not really this book, it's the one who wrote this book. It's the voice of God. And he did leave this record for us to check, right? You need to check yourself, right? Check your knowledge. Check yourself. He says, yeah, you need to check. He says, oh, you're puffed up. Puff, like a marshmallow puff. Like a puffer fish. Puff, puff, puff. Puffed up. A lot of air. A lot of air. Yeah. ERROR and AIR. Error and air. A lot of it. He says, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. You mix it, it's yeast. It puffs up the bread. It's got a lot of air in it. And he encourages us to pursue the Lord with the unleavened bread of sincerity. Unleavened, flat, full of substance, not full of air pockets and holes, not like Swiss cheese, right? Known iconically for having holes, right? We have holes in our knowledge, holes in our understanding. God says, no, you're to be holy, right? HOLEHOLY, holy, holy. Right? He says, be whole. I make you whole. So he delivers us from having a brain like Swiss cheese, having vision like Swiss cheese, right? Just full of holes. Holes in our heart, holes in our mind, holes in our results. Right? So you have all this that you amass, this kingdom, but your firstborn son is dead. Yeah, you control the whole world. You're on top of it. But how come you can't prevent that? How come your business sinks? How come your approval ratings go up and then down? How come you're lifted up? You're the champion. Everyone loves you. And then, oh, everyone hates you. They hate you now because of that one thing you said. How could you say that? Yeah, there's a campaign against you. Everyone boycotts your business. Everyone says, oh, no, you are this, this, and this. It's culturally unacceptable. It's politically incorrect. Shoot you down. Who's next? Who else wants to come up here? Next, come up. Oh, we love you today. Tomorrow, we hate you. Man, we love doing that to people. Right? Who's next? Come on up. Come on up. Yay! You're celebrated. You love it. It's my turn. All right, time to shoot you down. Let's bring you down. Right? We brought you up. Bring you down. That's exactly how Jezebel chose her method of killing Naboth. Let's kill this guy, but how? How? What's the pattern? What's the scheme? I know. Don't just kill him. Lift him up first. Celebrate him. So that's strange, but that's her way. Let's do that. That makes total sense. We love to do that. The crowd will be all for it. Right? So you don't perceive that. It comes as support. Hey, man, nice to meet you. My name's this. I got this money for you. I got access for you. I got open doors. You want to sell your soul? All right, come on. I'm glad you do want to do that. Don't you love it? Having the right of your life. All right, now you're hanged. Thank you. Nice doing business with you. And that's what the serpent came to do. Yes, Eve, I support you. I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about what you don't have access to. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Let me lift you up. Right? Let me give you access. Let me open this door. It was closed, but I'm going to open it for you, right? So he's putting you in danger, but it sounds like, it feels like he's for us. Don't have more, have more, eat more, eat more. You're stuffed, I don't care. Here, I'll put more sugar on it, more salt on it. That'll help you eat even when you're full. I can't stop. It's like an addiction. I have this craving. Oh, now my stomach hurts. Yeah. No one loves me. Hey, that's okay. The whole world will love you. Just come step up. Over here, into the spotlight. All right, now the whole world hates me. Oh man, I want to kill myself. Everyone hates me. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, just for the whole world to love you, just to hate you, for you to hate yourself. So the serpent came from the very beginning, and Jezebel continues the work, and the system continues. We're trapped in it, and we continue to think that all these other things, these idols, will help us. We're so confused. When it hurts us, we say it's because we didn't worship the Queen of Heaven. We didn't worship our idols. No, that's what got you in this mess. And so It's a very blessed and merciful thing for those that come to God, to come to God, because it's God himself that opens our hearts, that touches us and has us believe on him, has us turn aside, gives us the heart that is now willing to see God, to serve God, to call out to God, to cry out to him, to dwell in him, to live forever with him, to leave the world, to choose God, to be saved by God, to be loyal to God forever. It's God that does that. And so we're grateful. We're deeply grateful. We praise him all the days of our lives. We meditate on all his laws all the day long, because that's all we love, because we know what he's done for us. He saved us from that. He saved us from that deception. We were going there. Yeah, so intellect, right? The study, academics, knowledge. It seems like it gives you control, and yet it doesn't. Right? Look at the people that have gone ahead of you in times before, people who are older, and what pattern do you see? Right? Rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall. So that's horrible. That's horrible, because they don't actually have control, very limited control. And once you get to a certain place, yeah, you could open a business, you could take out a loan, you could sell your product, you could design it, you could spend on ad revenue and get advertisements, get leads, and get sales, but you can't control these other things. How come you can't control everything? How come you can't control everything? Because you need to, right? Because if the tree falls on your business and now, and insurance says, sorry, we don't cover fallen trees. But, you didn't read the fine print. But that's not fair. Yeah, but that's how we do business. So thank you. And you switch. It's all right. I can control this. You fool me once. Now this insurance, I'm going to read the fine print this time. See, they cover fallen trees, so it's all right. It's all right. Took a chunk out of my savings, still got my business. Yeah, but then a tornado comes through. Sorry, we don't cover tornadoes. You read the fine print, right? Yeah, I did, but who would have thought a tornado in this area? It never happens. In the history of this town, a tornado never came through. How did it come through? Sorry, we can't help you. Yeah, but what about your intellect? What about your knowledge? How come you can't control? And so, so who's in control? What's happening? What's happening? What we're seeing is God in control. God's hand moving everything. God saying, hey, you think you're wise? You think you can do this without me? You think you can go around God? You think you're God? You think you can ensure success? No, you that power. Who controls the whole world? Who can? No one, right? Nobody can control everything. That's unreasonable. You can't expect that. We're just men. And yet, how is it that it's prophesied there's two prophets? We're going to see two prophets that control the whole world just like that. It's time for disease, people. Okay, let's have disease. It's time for rain. It's time for it to stop raining. It's time for it to... Whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're controlling the whole earth. Sun and moon, stop. We're not done fighting. Oh, okay. Hey, stop. Moon, did you hear that, Joshua? Stop. We're stopping right now. All right, Joshua, tell us when you're done. Yeah, we're not done yet. We still got a lot of people left to kill. And how do you know? Right? The sun and moon don't say, hey, Joshua, how do you even know you're going to win? No, they know. They know surely he's going to win. There's no question. He's on God's side. The sons of God, the Christians, those who believe on God, trust in him and call on him, they control the world. They control the world. Esther can't go in. She doesn't know if the king's going to raise his scepter. If he doesn't, she dies. Oh no, but he will surely raise his scepter because she calls on God. She is of God. So when she goes in, God sees that and says, okay. So he grabs the king's hand, lifts it up. Oh no, you will lift your scepter. For Esther, that's my Esther. You will accept her. She will be accepted. She will not die. her purposes, it will be accomplished. She will save her people. That's my people. Yeah, Solomon, his prayer is going to be answered. David, he wins his battles. You see, the men of God, they control the world. They control the world. Today we do, and yeah, and then now you're going to have the silly questions, right? Well, if you control the world, then why don't you do that? Why don't you? You can heal. Yeah, go to the hospital, heal everyone, right? I'm hungry, right? You're hungry too. We're hungry. Turn the rocks into bread. Do it now. And yeah, they're going to be frustrated. They don't understand. That's what locks them out of a connection with God. Right? They don't love God. They cannot, because they love themselves too much. They're too proud. They're too puffed up. No, if it's true, then come into our laboratory and show us. And then how come nothing's going to happen? Because God resists the proud. No, hey, don't. Stop. Lock the power. Right? Not make it permissible. Don't show these guys. Don't do it in front of them. Oh, see, it's not true, it's not real, it's not happening. Yeah, no, let them think that. Let them believe that. Because if they saw, they might believe. I wouldn't want them to believe. Lest they hear it, be converted. No, lest they be healed. Not these people. Right? So, yeah. So God doesn't care. No, let them. But they desire not to believe. They're proud. They're against God. So, God is looking for the contrite in heart, those that humble themselves, those that are crying to God in their hearts. They might be in sin. They might be a prostitute. They might be a tax collector. They might do evil. They might steal from people. But God can hear the heart. No, but actually, deep inside, they actually want God. Right? And the opposite, right? Someone might be doing charity. They might even be a nurse as their profession. That's their profession, but they're wicked inside. They might work at a hospital, but they might be proud. Right? Much study and their own righteousness. They're filled with that. They hate God. Right? They want to be God. They want to heal everyone. They want to do it by their own power. So you might say, no, but the nurses, they're all good. No, God sees what's really in the heart. And so it's deception, right? Thinking, hey, if I just go to school, if I read these books, if I get A+, if I get that certificate, if I get approved, the stamp of approval by these men and these institutions, that'll get me a pass. That'll get me the road. If I network enough and shake these hands, that'll be success. That'll be my dreams. That'll achieve my ambitions. I'll make it. You won't. Right? The pianos, they fall on the head. The anvils, they fall on the head. The trees, they fall on your house. The wind blows your roof off. The earth opens up. Earthquake. 9.0 earthquake. What? Yeah, give you 20, 30 years to make you nice and established. And then it's going to just fall. What? How does this ground open up and swallow the rebellious? Has that ever happened before? Who's heard of such a thing? Right? Those that are in the Word of God and that love the Word of God, that love spending time with God. Oh, I've heard of such things. This is not the only time that has happened. No, this does happen. I'm not that surprised. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've read it in His Word. He's shown it in a dream. He's told it through my preacher. I've been warned of this. That's why I don't go that way. That's why I spend my life doing this. Though you mock, right? Oh, you don't have what I got. You don't have my boats. You don't have my suits. You don't have my bank account. You don't have my numbers. You don't have my stats. And the ground opens up for you, right? And that guy that you were mocking, right? Oh, you poor old man. You don't know the wisdom he's got. You don't know the power. He's the one controlling the world. He's the one controlling the world. Right? Paul's despised. We're the sailors. You don't know Paul. We've been sailing. We're sailors. We know. Set sail, guys. Set sail. Next scene, scene 2, Apostle Paul is speaking to the people. And everyone's terrified. We're so hungry. We haven't eaten. We're terrified. We're going to die. We're going to die. We're going to die. We're going to die. Right? And Paul is saying, I told you. I told you so. Right? Oh, how the tables have flipped. The tides of war, they've turned. Oh, Paul, what should we do? How did you know? How did you know? You're the man of God. Right? The eyes of God that are on Jonah. Toss that guy overboard. Oh, the storm clears. Okay, so we need to worship this God. Now this is the God. Wow, that is controlling everything. Jesus comes, peace be still. The storm calms down. Hey, we're noticing a pattern. The one true God controls the one earth that he's made. It's his world, is it not? And so it would be wise of us to divest, right? Uninvest, to pull out from all of that heart and love, that blind love that we've poured into intellect and knowledge or whatever idol, whatever else that you think controls the world, that through it you think you can have success. That's trusting in that, trusting in something other than God. And God calls that vain, because it doesn't produce, it doesn't end up in success. You're doing things that don't return. You're putting it into a sinkhole, into a black hole. It just doesn't return anything. You pour all that money, you pour all that heart, you pour all that time and energy and that life into it, expecting a return on your investment, but it just keeps falling down the hole. There's no one to catch it, collect it, invest it, and give it back to you saying, hey, look, doubled your money, here you go. You made a good investment. You're a good investor. No, you just put it in the hole and no one's there to catch it, to work it, to do anything with it. It doesn't come back. It's like a trash can, just dump it. Yeah, who would get a briefcase full of money, think, oh, cash, throw it in the trash. It's garbage day. Have them take it away. Put it in the dump. Put it in the landfill. No one knows it's there. Waste it. That's what we're doing with our lives, with our skill, with our life, with our being. We're throwing it away. And evidence of that is all the people that just flow into hell. Hell is enlarging itself because of all the masses of people that ignore God, that say, that's not the answer, and then end up in hell. Because that's God saying, I told you so. No, that is the answer. And I told you the answer. And that's the problem with rebellion. We're given the answer by a loving Father that simply says, do this. I'm not making it complicated. Jesus Christ, one name, one answer, not many answers. Yeah, but that's why we have not many wise, not many noble, not many rich. The foolish, that can beat on their chest and say, God, forgive me. I am a sinner. I don't know how to do good. I don't know anything else. I can't save myself. God, help me. Oh, I hear the sincere, contrite heart. Oh, he's really calling on God. He really is depending on God. He really thinks he needs God. He really doesn't trust in any of this. He's really tired. He's really done with the world. He is coming. Oh yeah, he's going to come. Run to the Father. The Father's going to run to him. Come in, come in. No, I've been looking for you. Angels rejoice. Yeah, come in, come in. The kingdom has been waiting for you. The one that repents, the one that turns from his old ways, the one that turns from all the vanity, from all the things that don't prosper. God himself is the one that wanted first for you to stop doing all the unproductive things. Right? We think, if I know these math equations, know these formulas, if I know all this, take all these courses, 101, 101, 201, 301. Oh man, I'm becoming a master of my trade, but you can't control everything. Look at the Christian over there. He didn't take those courses. He didn't take those classes. He doesn't know all that. He doesn't trust in all that. He trusts in God, and you call him a fool. And yet, look, he's coming. He's controlling the whole world. Things are changing. The weather is changing for him. For him, people are dying. The roads are changing. The trees make way. For him, the ground is closing back up. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't leave a chasm in there. Close up, close up. Create a sidewalk. For the Christian, the stones are in league with him. He's in league with the stones. He agrees with God. He's given himself, his life to God. And so what does God give to him? When two are in love, what do they exchange? I give you my whole self. And what do you get back? What do you get back? If you give yourself to God. God says, oh, then your inheritance is me. That's much better. That's much better. That while everyone else gets pieces of stuff, pieces of dust, pieces, fragments, live a fragmented life in a fragment of the world, the Christian gets everything. God says that verbatim. Everything I have is yours. All is yours. And he is not lying. He said, if it was a lie, I would not tell you so. And so consider today, think about what you're going for, what you're trading, what you're actually going to end up having. Not what it seems like, not what it tastes like on the way. No, but what's the end of it? What are you going to end up with in your hands? When all's said and done, what will you actually have at the end? The Christian has everything. Anyone else, they have pieces, portions, and even that they lose. Hell is the only thing you end up with if you don't choose God. Choose Jesus today. That's the only real choice. In Jesus' name.